must define who you are. Those that call themselves lesbians, transsexuals, bisexuals, they are defined who they are. Okay? You have no right to say they are wrong. That is their own definition. And that is the sexuality they want to experience and express. Where do you belong? And if you have chosen a place to belong, how do you want to live in that life? Okay? Because the future is bright. Forget what's happening in the country. The future is very bright.
You can't hold anybody up for your failure. It is your life. You own it. So please treat it and return.
Klimax Conference is a very good one. I appreciate the organizers of the event because, as I have seen, the students are ready to open their minds for a new living. And this is one thing that impressed me about the program. It's a very good one.
On the course of doing this, I discovered something beautiful philosophy to put in my mind. One said that philosophy is zero tolerance for minus one. Zero tolerance for minus one. Do you know what that means? Over 10 she gets 10. Over 5 she gets 5. Over 20 she gets 10. Over 100 she gets 10. And that mentality influences the operation. Because that is your mindset. Some of you always sit in the front of the class. No matter what, you want to go and subconsciously ingrained in your spirit as your personal philosophy. Then you must always be. I'm the first and the best. I make it my philosophy. Everywhere I go, I shine. It's a philosophy. You need to have a philosophy about your enemies and about your life.
I actually appreciate the organizers of the events because I don't know that I could have gotten much of what I got here today. I was expecting to gain less, but of course I gained more than I expected. And few of the part that I met, I was so much interested in the part of the coach quiz where I can envision myself in the next 5 years and see what I see myself becoming in 5 years. So it's actually an awesome experience.
I can say categorically that the program is worthwhile, as in it's an eye-opener to so many things unknown. I can see that the purpose of this program is that most of us came here to unlearn, to relearn, because it's totally changed our orientation about sexuality, about purpose in life, and about drug abuse, addiction. So it's a program that is worthwhile, and of a truth, it has changed so many persons' orientation.
The whole Klimax Conference, it's all encompassing because it is simply, like our slogan says, if you must, do it right. I think what we lack in our country, Nigeria, is the ability to do things right, even when we know things right. We know it's quite alright, but to do it, to put it into practice, is always a big issue. And I tell people there's a difference between decision and doing. You can decide to be a better person, you can decide to make a world a beautiful place, but if you don't do, that is the action word, doing, then definitely your dreams will be shattered. So today we're able to facilitate on various areas. Personally, I spoke on drug abuse, I spoke on addictions, I spoke about substance abuse, and I made them to understand that it is part of life. We grow into it. We want to meet up with life, we want to be a better person, and there is no way we will not come around these things. And today it was a beautiful turnout with the students of Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, where I personally, it happens to be my alma mater. I also finished from here years back. So I'm glad to give back to the society and community, making them to understand that it is not just deciding to do that matters, but the action which has to do with you practically doing. So Today was awesome, and I want to give it back to the convener, Mrs. Kemi Tomide Johnson, putting this up all the way from the United States. It's not easy, I can tell you that, and she has to rush back to, but I know it's all worth it, because when we grow old and all we wait for is death, we eat, we listen to transistor radio, whatever this next generation make of our country is banded on us all. If they tell us not to go out on every Mondays, we dare not go out. If they tell us to always be on tie and shoe and shirt, we have to obey. But whatever we can put into them now makes the difference. When we are old, when we are weak, then we would have a resting place.
If you sit down and close your eyes for a minute. Imagine how many men or women you are slept with. Try to do a mental calculation. You can lie to all the people in the world, but within you, can you actually lie to yourself? And for everyone you are sleeping with, one way or another, they are taking something away from you or adding it to you. You can't have sex and just go the way you slept. Which means it's either that person is giving you know, like the person of HIV, gonorrhea, or what have you. So it's either the person is adding to your destiny, or the person is taking away from your destiny. But to say that you're not a disaster is impossible. So what I'm saying in essence is, before you slept with a guy, before you slept with a lady, please be careful you are doing it with the right person. And the way to go is check the home you are coming from. Don't do school love that you don't know people. You don't know what is going on in their family. Maybe in their family they are having mental diseases. Maybe in their family they are having some epileptics or what have you. You don't know these things. It is easy to have sex. Sex is meant to be a blessing, not a curse. But depending on how you do it.
I would want to commend the organizers for, bringing it to the students. Okay, they are the ones that really need it. They need it more, and so it's all in all, it's a good program. It's a good initiative, and I pray that this won't be a one-time thing. They continue to do it, because in as much as our students are getting the message, they would have less unwanted pregnancies, reduced abortions, less students coming down with STIs and all other medical problems.
Let me call it a dream come true, though we're expecting something more robust in terms of turnouts, because it's a partnership with the CENTS, the Center for Entrepreneurship Development in FUNNAB. But basically, looking at the reactions, the questions, and the faces of the attendees today, you could see that they've taken something that they can run with for the rest of their life. And all the topics were carefully selected. The facilitators were carefully sorted to deliver on point. And at the end of the day, we could see that this is a done deal, although we didn't have all the luxury of time, which you can't always have. But the little time we had with them, sure, is superb and excellent.
Our destiny is in our hands. Nobody can help us to succeed if we ourselves do not want to succeed. There's a common saying that says happiness is a choice. Whatever we do, wherever we go, the friendship we keep, the food, the clothes, the academic pursuit we have, who we marry, especially, will determine who we become in life. It is not by accident. You can't just wake up and be a pilot. You can't wake up to just be an engineer. You can't wake up and just be a happily married person. You cannot just wake up and be what have you. Desire is good, but without the work and without making credible choices, all those things will remain nothing but a dream. And that is exactly the message we are putting across there. that if you must decide to be somebody, if you ever have a dream, if you ever have a picture in your heart to be somebody, ensure you are making the right choices to portray and to bring out the image you are seeing, so that at the end of the day you can actually fulfill your potential, not just fulfilling it to the maximum capacity, so that whenever people will look upon you, legacy will be able to speak for you that you lived and you lived a life.
If you must,
Do it right.
Klimax.